Welcome to class 4 of the 15 days TCS and QT Tracker series. Today we are going to start with the logical section. So the first subsection that we are going to do in the logical ability part is identifying word and numeric patterns. So I have curated some important questions and important types of questions that we are going to see in depth. After this lesson, I would encourage you to take the test and test yourself how much you have understood the concepts properly. So let us start with our first type of questions. And before looking into the types of questions, I can just go through the syllabus that we have. In identifying word patterns, we have questions on word pattern, letter series, and relation questions. And in numeric patterns, we have questions on number patterns. These are the three types of questions that we are going to discuss today. So let us start with the first question. This is one type of question. Arrange the following in meaningful pattern. So there are words and I have to arrange them in some meaningful order. So we have country, furniture, forest, wood, and trees. One of the obvious way to approach this question would be to see the objects as a subset of another object. How can we see that? So we can say that in a country, we have forest, and forest have trees, and from trees we get our wood, and from wood we can make our furniture. So country is 1, forest is 3, tree is 5, wood is 4, and furniture is 2. So 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. So this is our option number D and it is present in our question. So this is our correct order. So country contains forest, forest contains trees, trees contains wood, and wood is used to make furniture. So this is our logical and one of the meaningful patterns. Similarly, we can see this question. We have district, we have village, we have state, and we have town. So we can try the subset method again. We start with a state, that is state. Then state has town. Sorry, state will have district. District will have a town, and town will have a village. Or I can say that state has the largest size. It is usually smaller than state. A town is smaller than a district, and a village is smaller than a town. So both ways it works. So state is 3, district is 1, and town is 4, and village is 2. So 3, 1, 4, 2. So out of these present 4 options, we can only see that option number A is beginning with 3. So 3 is state, 1 is district, fine. But then village and then they are telling that town will come. So this option is not correct. So the meaningful or the meaning that we have attached to this thing is not correct. So let us see the rest of the options. We have 1, 3, 2, 4. We can look into option number D and we can see that it is just opposite of the pattern that we have. That is 2, 4, 1, 3. So we can imagine the pattern like this, that village is the smallest thing. Then a town is bigger than a village. A district is a bigger than town, and state is bigger than a district. So the meaningful sequence will be 2, 4, 1, and 3. So this is our correct answer. So once we are done with this, let us go to the next question. So this is an arrangement question. So they are telling us that there are 7 persons P, Q, R, S, T, U, and V up on the ladder, not in this order. So P, Q, R, S, T, U, and V are standing on each of the rungs of a ladder, and they are standing according some particular series or some particular pattern. So the information about their position is given below. So as we know that there are 7%. So we can imagine that we have 7 rugs in our stairs. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. So total 7 rugs. Now that we have made the total positions for the people to come in, let us see how we can place them. So P is further up than T but lower than R. This is a relative position, and as because this whole stair or ladder is empty, we cannot actually work with this information. Q is in the middle. This is an absolute position. Middle is an absolute position. So whenever you're doing some arrangement, find out the person or find out the information that is telling you or giving you the absolute position. Start with that and then start to fit around the relative position against that absolute position. So they're saying that Q is in the middle. So if Q is in the middle, the Q is going to be at this particular position. Now, V is P and Q. V is between P and Q, and R is above P. So what I can write is that I can write here V and I can write P here. So P and Q. So V is between P and Q. Then P is further up. P is further up. So I have put P here, but is lower than R. So there is one position left on the stairs, so I will put R here. So R, P, V, and Q. The position of R, P, V, and Q is fixed. Now, this information is also exhausted. T is between Q and U. So it will be T and it will be U. U is between T and S. So this is T, this is U, and this is S. So U is between T and S. So all the position or all the people are now standing in their correct position on the staircase. So question is the person on top of the step of the ladder will be, so it will be R. So R is standing at top of the stairs. So now that we are done with this, this was an arrangement question where we arranged particular people, a particular person according to the information given in the question. Similarly, we have another arrangement question based on height. This arrangement question was based on the position on the ladder. This question is based on the arrangement on height. There is one more thing I would like to add in this question here is that I have tabularized and I have given the question in a systematic format. But in TCS NQT or the placement examination, what they do is that they give all the information in a paragraph format that makes it difficult to read. So I would suggest you that whenever you have some arrangement question, write all the information systematically first and then try to work around with it. Because if you start reading the paragraph and start extracting meaning from that paragraph, there is a high probability that you are going to get some of the position wrong. And if you get one of the positions wrong, then all the other relative positions will be wrong. So to be very careful, first write the information given in the question systematically. Once you have written the questions systematically, then go for the actual arrangement of the information given. So now we are done with this question. Let us go on to the next question. So usually they give the question like this, all the information given in a singular table. So I'm just going to mark out the important informations that we have in different colors. Lakshmi is taller than Ramya. This is our information one. But shorter than Shushmita and Ramya is as tall as Hema, but taller than Avanti than Hema is. So all the girls have to stand according to their height. So let us start. So let us assume that if I write A greater than B, I mean that A is taller than B. And if I write A equal to B, then A and B have same height. Now, let us start let us start looking into the first information given. They're saying us that Lakshmi is taller than Ramya. So what I can write is Lakshmi, I can write below here. So Lakshmi is taller than Ramya. This is our first information, but shorter than Shushmita. So Shushmita will come here, and Shushmita is taller than Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is taller than Ramya. Ramya is as tall as Hema. So the height of Ramya is equal to Hema. So they are of the similar height, but taller than Avanti. That means Ramya is taller than Avanti. And by extension, Hema will also be taller than Avanti. So just let us write Avanti here. This is our particular arrangement. Once we are comfortable with the arrangement, let us start with looking into the question. So they are telling us that Hema is, what will be Hema? So let us start with option number D, shorter than Avanti. No, Hema is taller than Avanti. So this option is eliminated. This is a wrong option. Hema is taller than Shushmita. Not possible because Shushmita is tallest among the four girls. All the girls rather. So this information is again eliminated. Shorter than Ramya. Is Hema shorter than Ramya? No. Hema and Ramya are of the same height. So only one information is left, shorter than Lakshmi. Yes, Hema is shorter than Lakshmi. So this is our correct option. So option A is our correct answer. So this was arrangement on the basis of height. On the previous question, we saw arrangement on the basis of ladder positions. So this was one type of question. Now let us move on to some interesting bits of question, that is your word series. So what they have to do in the word series is that you are given a series and you have to find out the missing word. So let us first write out the series that we have. We have Q, A, R. Then the second word is R, A, S. Then the third word is S, A, T. Fourth word is TAU, and we have to find out the fifth word. As we can see that all the words and all the options are three-letter words, so the missing term will also be a three-letter. So I'm giving here like three blanks to say that we require three letters. The first thing that we can see that A is common in between every option. So this is A here, this is A here. And so by extension, we can say that the middle will be A. Now that we have filled one of the word, one of the letter, let us see into the options. So all the options contains A. So we cannot eliminate any options right now. Then Q, R, S, P. So Q plus 1 means the next letter of Q is R. R plus 1 gives us, so let's just, R plus 1 is S, S plus 1 is T, and T plus 1 will be U. Fine. So we have UA. So we can eliminate option number C and we can eliminate option number D. Now we are left with option number A and option number T. So R plus 1 is S, S plus 1 is T, T plus 1 is U, and U plus 1 is V. So our final word is UAV, and the correct option is option number A. So I hope this question was clear to you. Now let us go to the next question. The pattern given is CMM is the first word, EOO is the second word, GQQ is the third word. We have to find the fourth word, and the fifth word is KUU. Again, as we can see that the rest of the pattern are three-letter word, we can imagine that the fourth word will also be a three-letter word. Now, we can see that the second letter is repeating twice. This is repeating twice, this is repeating twice, and this is repeating twice. And in the options also, you can see that second and third letter is same, second and third letter is same, second and third letter is same, second and third letter is same. So we cannot eliminate any options right now. Now let us look into how we can generate this one. So we can see that M, then M, N, O. So you can say that M plus 2 is O. So you have written two O's here. Then again O. So this will come P. So this will be PQ. So PQ R. So this will be 2S, 2S and T, and then U, that is 2U. So we can look into the options. Option number A will be eliminated because it contains 2R, and option number D will be eliminated because it contains 2I. So we are left with option number B and option number C. So we have C, D and E, F and G, then H and I, then J, then K. So the final word in the pattern or in this series is ISS. So option number B is eliminated and the correct option is option number C, that is ISS. So it was an interesting question. Let us go to the next, some harder patterns that we have. Let us go to the next question. Similarly, we have the same type of questions. They have given us a pattern and I have to guess the correct pattern. But this is a little bit tough pattern because you can see there are 4-letter words. So the first thing that one should do is to write the patterns in the plain sight. We have E, L, F, A. Then we have G, L, H, A. Then we have I, L, J, A. Then we have a word consisting of 4 letters. And then we again have M, L, N, A. Now, what we can do here? E, F, G. So E, F, and G. If we go according to the pattern G, H, I, if we go according to the pattern, so this will be J, J, and this will be J, and then we will get this as K, then L, then M. So this is our pattern, that is E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So this arrow is little bit skewed, so I'm just going to correct it so that you are not confused when you do the question next time. So we will get this thing. Now that we have done this thing, you can see that any option that is not beginning with K can be eliminated. So option number A is eliminated, option number C is eliminated. Now let us come to the second one. So L, 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 and L. This will be L and L. So L is common as a second word, and both of these options also contain L in the second word. So none of the option is deleted. Now this F is, we can write here again, see this is A, then this is A, this is A, and this is A. So again, none of the options are eliminated. Now let us come to the last, that is a third letter. So here we have written F, and F is actually written as the third letter. H will be written as our third letter. J will be written as our third letter, and L is going to be written as the third letter, and so on and so forth. So the correct option is KLL, and option number B is also eliminated. Now there are few things that you have to keep in mind. Students do mistake when they see that none of the letters are repeating here, so that they think that KLL is the incorrect option. So after they get K, they eliminate the KLL as an option and go for option number B. That is why they have given this pattern, so that they are sure that you are looking into each and every possibilities available. So this is done. Let us go to the second pattern. Second pattern, we have S, D, E, then we have a space, then we have T, E, F, then we give a space, U, G, H, then we give a space, and the missing word will have 3 letters, and the last one is W, K, L. As you have already guessed here, C, E, so D is missing, so this will be C, D, and E, then F and G, and this will be H, and this will be I. So let me write H properly once, so that you are not confused when you see the classwork copy of this particular session. So we will write H here, F, H, I. So this will be I, and then J and K. So we have fixed on the second letter. As you can see, none of the options have second letter as I. So you can easily eliminate them. This is A, this is B, and this is D. And from this point only, you can see your correct option is B. Despite of that, I'm going to solve this full question and see if our guess is correct or not. So again, you can see that D is positioned here, F is positioned here, H is positioned here, and J will be positioned here. So this second letter, the third letter will be J. So we are correct till now. Now, again we have S plus 1, that is T. T plus 1 is U, and U plus 1 is V, and V plus 1 is W. So the correct word in the missing pattern is VIG. That is our option number see that we have already guessed by looking at the first iteration or the first letter of the word. Now that we are done with this, now let us go to the second type, like more types of the question. So they're saying that bucket is encoded into AC, TV, BD, JL, DF, SU. So using the same logic, how can the bonus be encoded? So you can see all of the options. Here we have B and it starts with A. So here we will have B and it is also going to start with A only. So this option is eliminated. Now let us go to the working of the question. So bucket has total 6 words, 6 letters. B, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But its corresponding encoded word has 12 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can make a guess that each of the letter in bucket is encoded into 2 letters. So B is encoded into AC, U is encoded into TB, C is encoded into BD, K is encoded to JL, E is encoded to DF, and T is encoded to SU. As you can easily guess the pattern once you have written this, what we have? We have A, B, C. So for every letter, they are writing the preceding and the succeeding letter. So for U, they have written TB because TUB. For C, they have written BD because BCD. For K, they have written JKL. For E, they have written DEF. And for T, they have written SU because STU. So for every letter, they are writing the preceding and the succeeding letter. So using this only, we can encode bonus noun. So we have B, O, N, U, S. So B preceding is A, succeeding is C. O preceding is N, succeeding is P. And for N, preceding is M, succeeding is O. For U, it is TV, and for S, it is RT. So the final word that we are getting from bonus is A, C, N, P, M, O, T, V, R, T. So the correct option from this is ACNP MOTVRT. So the correct option is option number C. So here it is U, so this will be eliminated. And here it is again U, so this is also eliminated. So the final correct solution of this question is option number C. So that was your word encoding. You have encoded a word in a particular way, then you have found out that what letter is encoded into which letter. So now that we are comfortable with this type, let us try another question. So they are saying that this codum is encoded into ZROGBP, then what will be coded into PXIVRO? So the question is little different. So they are saying that CORDEM is encoded into ZROGBP, then what word will be coded to PXIVRO? So let us see here once. So the word is CRO D. I have written it too close, so I will just write it little further. CRODEM. C is encoded to Z, O is encoded to R is encoded to O, B is encoded to G, E is encoded to B, and M is encoded to P. So this is our encoding way. So now let us try to find out a pattern. C minus 3 is Z, O plus R is R, R minus 3 is O, D plus 3 is G. So from this you have already guessed the pattern. This will be minus 3 and this will be plus 3. So now that we have this pattern, so let us try with this particular word. So the resultant is P, X, I, V, R, O. This is the resultant. And we know the pattern is minus 3 plus 3, then again minus 3, then plus 3, then again minus 3, then again plus 3. So there is a particular letter from which we are subtracting 3 to get P. So we have to add 3 to P. If we add 3 to P, we are going to get S. So this is actually your plus 3. Similarly, if we subtract 3 from X, we are going to get U. Then only if we add 3 to U, we get X. Use the same logic, and for I, you're going to get L. For V, you're going to get S. From this part only, you can guess the correct option, that is option number B. You can eliminate the rest of the options. But for the sake of this lecture, I'm going to complete this particular word. So for R, we will have U, and for O, we will have L. So this is our final word for this particular encoding. So I hope you have understood this question. Whenever you have some letter encoding, write the word and write the corresponding encoding. And after you are comfortable with this one, then try to find a relevant pattern. And once you have found out the relevant pattern, start applying it to the answer. Check if these options are also present or not. Pick the options that is present, eliminate the rest of the options. So now let us go to the next question. So this is actually two questions clubbed together. So they are saying that in a certain code, so in a certain language, they have encoded as C is deep to 213, sky is blue to 514, C looks blue to 264. So you have to say what is the code for sky. You have to say what is the code for sky, and then you have to say what is the code for peace. So there are actually two questions, and I have clubbed these two questions. So let us see how we can approach this question. So if you look into statement number 3, statement number 3 is C looks blue, and that is encoded to 264. So 2, 6, and 4, neither of them is sky. So we can eliminate these two options. We can eliminate option number 2, and we can eliminate option number 6, option number 3. So these two are eliminated. So from 5 and 4, any one of them will be our sky. So let us try to think how we can do this. If we look into statement number 1 and statement number 2, in both of the statement, is common and also 1 is common. So it is safe to assume that is encoded to 1. Now, in statement number 1 and statement number 3, 2 is common. So it is safe to assume that C is encoded to 2. 2. So in this thing, C is done, E's is done. So whatever we are left with is D. So deep is encoded to 3. So this is done. So E's is eliminated. Now in this two statement, 4 is common. 4 is common and blue is common. So we can say that blue is encoded to 4. So by that logic, option number B will be eliminated. If option number B is eliminated, whatever we are left with, that is our option number 5, and option number 5 is going to be our sky. Now that we have written all these possibilities systematically, let us go to the second part of the question. So they are saying that what is the code number for ease? So for code number for ease will be 1, because ease is 1 only. So we are done with this question. So now let us go to the next question. This is a number series question. They are given as series and you have to find out the wrong number or wrong number in the particular pattern. So what we have is 2, 3, then 5, then 3, 5, 8, 8, 13, 20, 30. So the first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to write the numbers serially. We have 2, then we have 3, then we have 5, then we have 8, then we have 13, then we have 20, then we have 34. So this is 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, 20 plus 13. This thing. And this will be plus 1. So one thing that you can see from this particular numbers is that 3 plus 2, that means if we add these two numbers, we are getting this third term. So what we are getting? We are getting 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Then 5 plus 8, we are getting 13. 13 plus, it should be 8, so this should be 21. And 21 plus 13 is 34. So 5, 5, 8, 13. I have forgot to written 8 here. So this will be 5 plus 3 equal to 8. So 5, 8, 13 are in their correct position, but it should be 21, not 20. So this is our wrong answer. So the wrong term in this following pattern is 20. So this is our correct option and the rest of the answers are eliminated. Now let us look into this easy pattern. We have 196, 169, 144, 121, 100 and 80. If you're familiar with the squares of the numbers, you can easily say that 196 is 14 square, 169 is 13 square, 144 is 12 square, 121 is 11 square, 100 is 10 square. So by that logic, the next number should be 9 square and it should be 81 rather than 80. So the correct answer to this question is option number C, because 80 is the wrong number in this particular series. Now that we are done with this question, let us go to the next question. It is a same question. So they are saying us that in a certain language, it BP means dogs are blue, Sikh he means large horses, P mit he means horses are pigs. So the question is, how is large written in this code? And the second question is how dogs written in that code. So let us start with this. Let us start with the strategy that we discussed in question number 8. We are going to find the common terms between the statements. So start with statement number 2 and 3. In statement number 2 and 3, you can see that horses are common. Horses are common, and with horses, he is common. So it is safe to assume that he can be encoded or he is encoded to horses. So the correct option. So we can from here only we can say that he means horses, so sick will means large. So the first question is solved. So how is large encoding in this question? So the option will be A and rest of the options will eliminate. For the sake of the second question and sake of our learning, let us try to find out what each of the word is encoded to. So he is encoded to horses, sick is encoded to large. Now let us look in statement number 1 and 3. In statement number 1 and 3, T is common and with it R is common. So we can say that P is encoded to R. Fine. So horses is encoded, R is encoded. So P is accounted for, HE is accounted for. So I can say that meat means pig. So this is also accounted for, and large is also accounted for. Now there are only two words that are remaining. The two words are it and be, and these two words are encoded to dogs and blue. But we are not sure which word is encoded to which word. Now let us think. It can be encoded to dogs and B can be encoded to blue. It can also be encoded as blue and B can be encoded to dogs. So there is no more relevant information left in the questions from which I can gather that how is dogs encoded in this particular coded language. So the correct option will be option number D, that is cannot be determined. So we have done all the types that are present in the subsections that we have discussed today. I would urge you to go through the practice questions that are provided with this video. Look into the classwork and look into the classwork and with it, look into my classwork PDF that I will provide you in the description of the YouTube video. Go through them, practice these kinds of questions because the weightage for logical reasoning is higher than numerical and verbal and programming. So if you do well in the reasoning section, you have a reasonable chance to qualify for the TCS interview, either for the TCS digital interview in the best case, and in the better case, you can qualify for the TCS Ninja interview. So that's it for today. So please follow our website, that is www.campusprep.com, to get all the materials available for this lecture and also the materials available for the previous lectures also. You can find the PDFs. You can find the PDFs of the classwork. You can find the question set. You can find the solution set. And with it also, you can find the quiz of this particular topic. So I would really request you to go through all this material and attempt the quiz and see how much you can get in the actual examination. You can join our Telegram group also. I am present in the Telegram group. You can directly communicate with me, clarify your doubts, and you can ask and give me any feedback that you want to give in this Telegram group itself. You can join our Facebook page, that is w like slash campus prep, and you can also join our Instagram page for the recent update. So that's it for today. Um, I'm going to meet you again on Wednesday with another topic from the logical section, and we are going to solve some more theoretic problems. Thank you and have a nice day.